Hey, Booty. A stouter. For you Americans that don't know, a stouter means a naughty one. So I don't know if you guys, if you buy yourselves a little bottle of Crown Black and you mix it with this bad boy, it is like a naughty coffee, you know. It's quite tasty. Now, but yeah, guys, good morning and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am JR, your host, and this is Foreignless. Welcome to episode 4. It is what it is. Now, as you guys can see, everything is so different. My setup, my background, as you guys will realize as the podcast is continuing, this little creek here at the back is gonna be starting to fill up. And let me tell you, here are some river monsters down in here. I lost both my lines twice, but yeah, guys, welcome all the way from South Carolina. As you guys can see, the weather is a little bit messed up and blowing like crazy, but recap on our previous episode was Misunderstood Wild Child, and I want you guys to pop in there, give us a follow and a like, maybe just a comment that you guys actually were there, you know. But and if you're not, if you didn't, it's okay. As I say on this episode, as you will hear a lot, it is what it is, you know. A special shout out to two people that really helped with this episode. I've been asking a week now for a few people to reach out and let me know what they want to talk about, and there was only one person that finally reached out. And Chris Marie, special thank you to you, girl. And today's episode especially, it is what it is, and since you are the only one that reached out on that, this episode's for you. And another person, special thank you for the meaning. It is what it is. It's a very hard term to accept, and you can accept it easily in a lot of different other settings and tones, but you can also, it's also very hard, especially when you talk about losing someone. So if you lose someone, it's not as easy as it is what it is, especially if it's lost by life, you know. It is it's a very hard statement, but I do want to say a special thank you to Hichu Knutze out there. I remember him giving me he analyzed the phrase to me, and of all the people, that really sunk in. And times when I am, it is what it is probably because it really sunk in, you know. But besides that, guys, those two people, special shout out, special thank you for you guys. Now, guys, the term "it is what it is," it kind of, people shouldn't be too serious about the term. It's just people get to a point where you can't do this anymore, you know. You can't keep on going on like you do. And if you, oh man, I'm itchy like a motherfucker. The term "it is what it is," right? Let me say this. When life doesn't change, even when you try everything you possibly can to make it a better situation, and nothing you do is good enough, or nothing you do is just getting to the point where this is not gonna get better, that's when you throw your hands up and say, hey, I tried. It is what it is. Now, today we're gonna jump into a few scenarios, a big variety of it is what it is moments. And if you resonate with any of these explanations today, then you know what? Reach out, shoot me a DM, or just leave a comment down below. Whatever your heart desires, even if it's just a big middle finger. Me, I'm a big middle finger fan. If you want to throw me one of these, I'm cool with that. At least I know you were there, and I know you guys were listening to it. And hopefully this episode resonates with someone out there that can really, hear and feel. So, guys, let's. Where do we start? Something close, something real, something. Family, friends, and relationships. It is what it is. Where do we go with this? Let's say toxic traits. If you have drama with a family member and it's every time the same drama, this person just creates chaos and it just creates a lot of problems, and no matter what you do or no matter what you say, they just don't get better. That is it is what it is situation. It is what it is. How long are you gonna rupture your own sanity and your soul to get to the solution? How much do you have to give and give and give, and you do not receive back? Same as a relationship. A relationship is a funny thing. Some relationships are 50-50, and then you get anything from if the other person slacks a little bit, a few percentage. It's my vrouw lief. She's busy at the background there. But you get to a point where, the person is going through some tough times. Let's pick up this side. And vice versa, Sometimes it happens. But if you do not get that back, you probably need to start realizing it is what it is. And if you're going to stay with someone like that, or you're not, it is it just is what it is. I know it's hard to say, and it's like losing a loved one, losing a loved one is not as simple as it is what it is. A relationship is different than losing someone. I think that's my opinion. So I don't think you can. It is what it is in a situation when it comes to someone that lost a life. Now, I don't like to throw someone under the bus, but if you look at my mother-in-law, that situation, it is what it is. My wife knows I don't have much to say about that situation. I don't want to be involved with that situation. I tried my best. And yeah, these online romance scams, right, is absolutely fucking bullshit. I think those people belong in jail. And it's not so much the fraud they do. It's taking advantage of the elderly that really, really pisses me off, Like, if you don't have the fucking balls to try get up, be a man, and make something out of your life, and you want to scam people, sure, go scam people. But now you take advantage of the elderly, and people lose everything they have. They lose their homes, they lose their loved ones, and all because of someone else's fucking greed, Now, that unfortunately is not a fact of it is what it is, but the fact that you tried to help and tried to tell people that it is a scam, don't do this, you're gonna lose it, or just anything. If you warn someone about it and they did not listen, it is what it is. And don't be that person saying, I told you so. I know I am that person from time to time. I don't know, maybe I'm just an idiot. But we digress and we continue. Now, earlier on one of my statuses, I said I'll be talking about a situation of my life, where we bought in the beginning of the year property in Virginia, and then a week later my wife's security clearance went through and she got a new job, and 2 weeks later she left for South Carolina, where we are right now. I stayed behind for a while and I didn't realize I really suck at long distance relationships, so we decide I'm gonna move closer and we will commute every once a month to the property to go check it out and do some renovations and stuff like that. Shout out for any sponsors there that I could do advertisement to that could help me rebuild my house. I'd appreciate that, but if not, it is what it is, I'm very capable in doing it myself. Even if I could get some sponsors to build my podcast studio right here, because this is a long-term place. But if I don't get it, it is what it is. People, remember, if things are not in your control, there's no point on letting it lose control up in here, I know I'm not perfect to it. Let me just check if this thing's still recording. So yeah, guys, I came down with the prospect of I might have a job, and unfortunately that job didn't immediately pan out, which is, I'm very glad it didn't. Just like my identity number that I finally got, they messed up some paperwork of mine and they never sent me the notification. And you know what's amazing? That if I gotten that notification at the 11th of March, I would have maybe had a completely different job. And no, I'm not a backyard mechanic. Don't you worry, don't you fear. I am volunteering at a South African company here in America that's making a amazing footprint, not just in the work department, but for our South Africans. We're doing HVAC and ducting cleaning, also ducting repairs and installments, Guys, pop up on ducttech right there .com and go check it out. Guys, I'm very sure you won't get better service anywhere. They have a 5-star review. I'm not gonna mention names or anything in detail. Just trust me, reach out, give us a call on 843-254-8248 if you need a good ducting for your house. I mean, you want clean air, your kids want clean air. So if there's some yucky mold up there growing, I guess you don't want that in your lungs, so give us a call. So let's get back on it, guys. So I came here with and now I'm working for South Africans in a big country like the USA. It was so strange having my interview in Afrikaans. I still don't know how to hold this thing where it's not in my way. So let's try this. So back to it is what it is. I'm in a situation where, as you guys know, I've been doing building construction coordinator for a stunt actor for his reels the last year to 2 places, and there was an opportunity for me to apply for the last season of Outer Banks, so I took my shot. I still don't know if it is happening, but now with this job that I have right now, and the possibility of growing, becoming my own boss eventually, and just this is a very hard is what it is situation for me. Although I can definitely say that if I do take the Netflix job and I lose the progress that I have had at this South African company, and I come back and someone else has taken my place and I have to start from scratch, it is what it is. But that's a hard notion to know that 9 months, 10 months along the line, the growth that I can have versus just one last gig on my resume. Like it does look good, but as you guys know that OBX's last season is coming up and we are all sad about that. I am really distraught. I'm not too into the teenager lovey-dovey stuff, of course not, but the storyline I enjoyed, the whole adventure I enjoyed, the constantly fucking hiccups. Yes, those kids just can't catch a break, eh? And it kind of resonates with life. It is what it is. I mean, I look at that and I was like, it is what it is. Now you guys have to pick up from scratch, you know? So it is hard. Do you go with the wild and insane experience, that once in a lifetime opportunity? Now, if I was at my previous job, it would have been no problem to take off, because I already kind of grew to where I knew I was going to stay probably for the next 5 or 10 years, you know? But with this new job, I have an opportunity to grow, you know? And I don't really know what to do. I don't know, do I choose stability? Or do I choose name and fame? I don't know if I'll ever have another gig, you know? Because these things are not constant. Sometimes you're on, sometimes you're off. Yeah, it is what it is. I guess I need to man up and make a decision though. This next one is a very big it is what it is. It's about you as a person, you know. People that don't accept you for who you are, people, family, especially parents. You decide to be a hippie and they don't accept that, you know what, that's just something they need to deal with. Baba, it is what it is. It's your life. Okay, I don't agree with if you're 18 and younger, you listen to your parents. I mean, I still got 18 hiding from my grandfather, so it is what it is. And I can't go back, and I am forever grateful, because there's one thing no one can ever take away from me is my manners and my respect. You are who you are, and you choose who you want to be. I'm not into this whole I am a man but I'm a female. I don't know, that's a really hard discussion. I just go do that somewhere else. That is not, if you want to do that, I'm not gonna say, oh, you're wrong, but I just don't want it around me. It confuses me and I don't like being confused. And if you are upset by that, then you're the problem, because you can have a normal discussion with me and you can tell me something that, I am uncomfortable with talking about this thing, and I would respect you no matter what you choose to be. And unfortunately, you can't have a discussion like that with any of those people. You can't, because it's all their way or the highway, and a lot of things are like that. And those kind of people, it is what it is. You can't change people. You can't tell them who they need to be and who they want to be and things like that. And you know what? The other thing about that is that you sit here and constantly second guess yourself of who you are and who you want to be, but it's just because people don't accept you for who you are. Are you gay? If you're gay, then so be it, bro. So be it, lady. You you be who you are, and it is what it is. If you wake up one morning and say, "Oh, I'm not gay anymore," then so be it. It is what it is. People should mind their own business lately. But guys, I realize it's 30-minute break right now. I see my signal is shit. I see the wind is blowing like hell. I hope this works because my speaker is a little bit meh. So, and guys, you guys gonna have 5-minute music marathon with Thara Strydom and DRT Erasmus with Torn. That's the kind of song that kind of just wants me to make up. Not like kissy makeup, but like if me and my lady love had a fight, if I listen to that song, I just want to go make up with her, you know. So if you're in a tight spot, then listen to Torn. Go give them a follow. The music is pretty good for South Africans. I love it. I know you will. Guys, I'll be back in a second and enjoy 5-minute music marathon.
Falling outside with dark clouds blocking out light, turning everything gray. My eyes burned red by the tears. Our love's been painted through years. Now our canvas is torn. All our colors worn. With all my curtains drawn, I put our record on. I want you to sing along. We're out of tune. Maybe it's my fault that I can't undo. I want you to sing along. We're out of tune. Maybe it's my fault. This rain feels cold on my skin. It's around in everything and round every turn. Our song is burned in every year that I live, echoing the cracks of this earth. Shades of colors were born. Now our picture's torn. So I put our records on as I chase the break of dawn. I wanna sing along, but I'm so out of tune. You say it's your fault, something I can't do. I wanna sing along, but I'm so out of tune. You say it's your fault, something I can do.
Hey, that song really wants me to make up with my wife if me and her fight, because a relationship, it is what it is. You get into fights, you don't get into fights. They come and they go, Got me some Starbursts in the meanwhile. I went to go to the loo, and here we are, back at it. And guys, please jump onto Spotify there. Give DRT Erasmus and Thara Strydom a follow. I really believe you guys will love their music. Just know they are South African, so we do speak a different language, guys. So the fact that we sing in your language, take that already as a +1, and we're doing good. Our South African music artists are banging it. Carmen Pieterse out there, she's banging it. Dodo, I cannot pronounce his last name too well, but he knows exactly who I mean. Of course, die Groot Hond, the Nax, die Van Pletsen en Naxie, daai twee ouens is die legitste mense on planet Earth. To me, their music is just life altering. And although I can't sing their words as fast as they can, but one thing is for sure, the beat really ups your beat up. Like, you can be down and dumpy, you listen to one of their songs, and I can guarantee you have a better mood of life. So you Americans don't need to understand the words, just go listen to the song. And there's a bunch of English music out there, so okay, but nevertheless, let's move on to it is what it is. Okay, so let me just double check. This is still recording. I got my stouter, got my naughty drink here. Let me double check. Hey. Oh shoot! There goes my starburst. So you guys can see the little creek here at the back. It's kind of filling up. People on my left here, well, your left, my right, is catching fish. They're gonna soon be catching fish. They caught some minnows earlier, so. But guys, one thing that I can tell you about this weather, with this wind blowing and all that, if I realize all this editing went haywire because of the wind, I can all get mad, or I can just say it is what it is and shoot all this again. It's out of my hands. It's not, Mother Nature's not gonna settle down, you know. But you know what is in your control is each and every one person of choice. We human beings are the only species that live by choice. We can choose to be assholes, or we can choose to lie, or we can choose to be good people, or we can choose to be saints, or we can really guys, I want to go a little bit off topic now, and I'll get back to it is what it is. I met an old psychiatrist in one of the jobs I worked on Thursday. And I had an amazing conversation with her. And she does charity work, food and blankets. If anyone out there has food, blankets, clothes, you name it, and you want to send it to charity, I ask you guys to give me a call so we can hook up with her on that and help her cause. It's 843-254-8248. Guys, I'd love the support. You guys don't need to follow, like, or subscribe onto my channel, but there's a lot of people out there, and we don't need to change the world. We just need to change one person's life. So guys, please reach out, shoot me a DM. If you're in South Carolina and you have some things that you can donate, please give me a call. I say that number again. Oh, my phone. 843-254-8248. Because in the next few weeks, you guys will be seeing. I'm gonna be working with her really closely, doing some charity work to help the less fortunate. Just make sure they have maybe a meal for tonight or the next few nights. And if there's any sponsors, food, I am a total foodie. So Subway out there, Burger King, any franchise out there that's willing to jump on a charity run with me, where we can maybe feed the less fortunate for maybe an hour or so, the people that cannot afford it. Please reach out to me. I'll put you guys in the comments. I'll tag you guys and see if I can't get any organization that's willing to help me and her feed the less fortunate. But yeah, it is what it is. I know there's people that will help, and see, immediately my mood changed, because I know there's a lot of people that will just look at this and listen to this and that are able to help but won't do the effort. It's kind of the same like my podcast, to be honest. And I know this is where it really gets hard and where it really gets tough, because people might say I'm a little bit sour about it, and maybe I am, and that's okay. But I'm definitely already over it, because it is what it is. And that's why I'm so grateful for people like Chris Marie that actually chose it is what it is. Because there's a lot to say, It's a lot of things I can say, and a lot of things that to me is like water off a duck's back. It is what it is. You can ask people politely to help you share something that means something to you, but if the light's not shining on anyone else but them, then why would they? It takes 3 seconds, and this is what it is. This is the only thing that makes sense. It takes 3 seconds to help someone with their life and what they are doing, and in 24 hours it's gone. But the amount of eyes that could have seen that and it could have reached, that is what I'm talking about. I'm not sour about it, but doesn't it make sense? It's never gonna be shown in 24 hours. Now you expect someone to go out of their way to help you immediately, but you're not willing to help 3 seconds of your life. That is the biggest is what it is. And it took me a while. It took me, yet again, South African friends. I had a good chat with Andre, and he made it very clear to me that there's no point on letting it get to you. It is what it is. People are gonna help you, or people are not. And people are gonna get upset, because now that the roles are reversed, now it is what it is. Because remember, people use that term when they really just had enough. They don't want this drama. They don't want the back and forth. All they want is to be treated equally. Old business partners, you know what? The old business partners where they needed cash right there and then. Cash was provided right there and then. And you know what? I have people that are still close to me, that still talk to me, that still do everything, like chat with me. Not because they need something, because they're a good friend. But they know if I had the opportunity to help, I would. And those are the real G's. Not the people that, okay, you helped me at that time and now something happens and I really need your help right now. Oh, sorry, I can't. I think you deserve a little bit better than that. And it is what it is. That's why it's just over it, But I digress. Just to prove a point that it doesn't bother me. It's just, it is what it is. That mutual respect of give and take, if you don't get that, it is what it is. And you can't make people change. You can't make people not be toxic to your soul. But let's digress to things that are a little bit less personal, and things that are really out of your control. Now, imagine yourself leaving 6 o'clock in the morning to your job, right? And all the way through, no traffic, It's nice. Now the next morning you leave the same time and poof, there's traffic. Now you're in your car cussing and yelling and flicking people off, and people brake checking you because of it, and you are not allowed to get out and smack someone and give someone a cabbage ear because you get locked up for that shit. So we digress to the fact it is what it is. Traffic is out of your control. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do. All you can do is put on your radio and jam to the music. It's what I've been doing the last week and a half, 2 weeks with this new volunteering job. My green card is very soon in my hands, so I'm very excited for that. So we'll see if we can get that rolling eventually. And besides that, man, traffic, it's out of your control. So just crank your music, have fun, let everybody look at you. They see you and they see my car, they see my advertisement. I got 2 people already reached out that saw me in town, so which is amazing. Hashtag I saw JR is a success. So if you do see my little Kia and you do see my hashtag on my car, which I'm still busy with some stickers and stuff, throw me a shout out on hashtag I saw JR, hashtag foreignless. I'd appreciate it, guys. But yet again, another thing, if you don't, it is what it is. It is what it is. I appreciate Andre Williams. You, my friend, are a very wise man. The amount of times that man has taught me things in life and helped me. That guy is definitely blood to me. In my heart and soul, I'm not really a blood is thicker than water kind of person. But speaking of blood and water, another off topic. Hey, everybody knows me as the only child. Guess what, guys? I never was the only child. A few years back, let's say about 4 or 5 years back, came back from America. And I told my mom I want to know who my father is. And after the first time, and she lied to me, and I told you guys, I'm not sure if I told you guys about it, but long story short, I got her to confess who my father is. I met my father. He did the blood check, 99.9999996. So it was perfect. I met the 3 younger brothers, and me and their eldest is very close. We go catch fish. And anyway, I'll get to that now. And me and him go catch fish every year when I come back from the States. And we chat often, which is kind of nice because it makes me feel a little bit home. Although me and my father don't have a really connection and we don't talk at all. And that's fine. That's just one of those situations. It is what it is. When I was 26 years old and I met him, I was already where I told myself I would be at 21. So my 5-year plan was going well, and I didn't need anyone. And that's just now all that. As long as I have a good connection with one of them, I'm happy. I feel like home. And Damien he's a real bra. He accepted me for his brother, you know. And that feeling, it kind of makes me want to just fucking cry, you know. Because I never thought that someone would take me in as he did. And he texts me from time to time even, which is amazing. And I do him, and he sends me photos of when he's catching fish, and I do the same. So it's just that connection. It is what it is. And I'm ever so grateful for it. But also, if we didn't have it, I don't think that would have been a is what it is situation, you know? I think I would have still felt lost. You know? Like that other song. I am a lost boy from Wonderland. But anyway. So yeah, I've never been alone. I have brothers, which is amazing. Just needed to say that. That's something that popped up in my brain. So let's get back on topic. We did jump on the traffic thing. Back onto generality in town, or if you are with someone at the time. This is just in general thought of it is what it is, that people that don't take responsibility for their actions. Like when I grew up, and I think everybody can vouch for this, if I was wrong and I was involved with shit that could hold up the whole school or the class for the day, I would have been that guy to stand up and say I was that guy. But also, if I wasn't wrong, you would definitely get a fight from me. You know, I was very honest to the fact of was I part of the shit or was I not? Now, taking responsibility, people that don't take responsibility for their actions, no matter even if they are wrong, if there's a pattern, if there's a consistency, it is what it is. That is something I can speak to out of experience. My ma example, she was an impulsive liar, and even to the end with her health, she lied to me about her health, and she ended, as you guys have heard, and if you haven't heard it, it's in episode 2, I think. If not, shoot me a DM and I'll make a special episode about just me and my ma, and I'll tell you guys everything and more in detail, and maybe episode 3, I don't know. Guys, you might have to just power scroll. Yeah, man, that's a hard topic, man. My throat just went down. Ugh. Yet. Oh, people that don't take so that is something. If people want to change, they will change. If people want to better, they will better. Matter of the fact is, if you're in town and someone's being a douche, you can choose to be a douche back or not be the douche. That it is what it is. The biggest what is what it is. You know? I can't tell you guys more out of experience how much altercations I have diverted of just realizing that is the person who that person always will be, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like stepmother, you can't change her. It is what it is. You can try, but you're gonna waste your time. When you have the first thought of it is what it is, then you know that is the right thought. That is if that comes up in your brain, friendship, relationships, family, job-wise, anything, if you can make peace with it is what it is, that downfall is not as bad. It's like setting your expectations not too high, but not too low, so that if you do have a success, that growth is good enough for you. Be thankful for that growth. But even if you do go down, you know, it's not a big hit from up there. That, it is what it is. And you guys here, I say this a lot in this. That's the whole point. There's so much things in life that upset people that don't need to, because it's out of your control. And the faster and the more quicker you realize that, the more peaceful life becomes. I fucking hated this city. I hated the traffic. And I came here with the right mindset. This is what I had to do. There's no way around it. How am I going to make this good for myself? And you know what? Since I've been here, this city hasn't bugged me a bit, which is very strange. Very, very strange. I've been on farms and okay. So on seasons and off seasons, yes, then I find myself in cities, but I'm in a short time, then I'm out. Most of the time, I'm on the farm, away from people. And you know what? I am fucking rocking it. I'm fucking rocking this South Carolina vibe. So, yes, it is what it is. I realize that. And if I didn't, I would have just been a asshole, you know? A choice. Another thing that I said, humanity has, people have a choice to be an asshole. I have a choice to not let everything get to me and realize that it is what it is, my guys and ladies. Come on. I digress. Let's see what's up next. Okay, we did talk about the whole it is what it is situation when people decide to not help you with something that's important to you. So I'm not gonna go into that. That's kind of irrelevant. Because why? It is what it is. Anyway, I see the wind's blowing. What is next? Guys, a little advertisement for you Americans. Americas. You've got a few months to decide. Speak to your family, speak to your wife. You want to take her for a nice honeymoon in Africa. You reach out to us, shoot me a DM. Give me some indication down in the comments you want to travel or are interested in this, and I'll reach out. Please follow my Instagram page, my TikTok, wherever we can get communication. But contact 843-254-8248. I repeat it, 843-254-8248. If you want to take your lady love on a nice Africa safari holiday at the end of the year, reach out to me. If you're a bunch of guys and bunch of girls or couples or whatever, and you guys just need a nice vacation, we can get you guys a nice vacation in South Africa for about 3 weeks. Please remember to share if you like this episode. Comment something. And remember, if you're an American out there that wants to travel, see the African wildlife, you know, do something extreme, jump off bridges, skydiving, paragliding, you know, the works. We have some caves you can go explore. We've got amazing history. Please send me a little earth to my comments. I'll reach out to you. And if not, reach out to me. You guys will receive a Q&A. And I will know exactly what you guys need. And I promise we will give you the best experience of South Africa/Africa we can. I am busy speaking to an American family that is traveling to Tanzania at the end of the year, to Africa, and we are planning to give them the best 3 weeks in South Africa when they are done with their wedding. So don't take my word, guys. Take the review that will be coming my way. And but yeah, it doesn't need to be just a family. If you're just a bunch of friends, couples, you know, whatever, come join the foreignless hood and come travel to South Africa. Come see what my beautiful country has installed for every foreigner. Yes, you will be the foreigner when coming to my place, just like I am the foreigner here. Okay. Don't forget to pop on Foreignless and give us a follow, a like and a comment there. Either one, either or. Doesn't need to be all three, but I would appreciate it. Now, it is what it is. Has been said that it's a sign of weakness, a sign of surrender, a sign of giving up. I don't believe that, and I don't need to. That's my right. That's my opinion. I think everybody would agree that it is what it is a kind of personal boundary, right? It is where you just had enough of anything that makes you feel uncomfortable, that makes you feel not flawless. Every person should have some kind of flawless feeling about them, even if they're not perfect. But I think it is more powerful to use that than to just say, I give up. If you give up, fine, but did you do everything you could? And if you did, it is what it is. It's not always easy. And if the person doesn't agree with you about it, and nothing you say can make them meet you halfway, then I rest my case. Then it is what it is. We're still good. Oh, these things will kill me one day. These fucking starbursts. They're so yummy. It's my kryptonite. Absolutely kryptonite. Now, the people that don't like your parents, that don't accept you for who you are, and it shouldn't matter. You may be whoever you are. Just respect other people too, in that case. It's a big thing in today's society. People want respect, but are not willing to give respect. People want to be accepted for who they are, but they're the first to snap back at who someone else is. People, it is what it is. Be yourself. Don't be a I hate that word, but don't be an asshole. And those people I like to call gaslighters, denies the fact, event, or the victim's feelings, Those people that after you say it is what it is and people call you, you're just a quitter or something like that. It just denies the fact of what you believe in. It shouldn't be an argument, it should be a discussion. But it's so rare these days. But I know it's out there, I know it's possible. But yeah, hey guys, let me tell you one thing. This wind, I hope this wind is not messing around with my sound today. But we are pretty much on the down end. I didn't want to go too much into the gaslighting thing because there's a lot to talk about it actually. And I'll probably make a episode about it eventually in the future, but definitely not now. It's another word. I wonder what that is in Afrikaans. I need to go Google that. Let me see what is. Oh, this is gonna be funny. Jy gaslig my. So funny. Anyway, we continue. So remember, guys, it's more of a peace thing. It is what it is. Is a peace of mind. It's not a weakness. It is. It's very, very crucial. You guys take that part in. that you don't need to always win the battle, but it's very important to walk away with your soul intact. You need to know when to call it. You need to know when to use it. Okay, dankie, bye. My wife and my sister-in-law. Yeah, now that we're in the city, I can speak to the neighbors. I've got an amazing neighbor down here. He gave me a minnow trap and a fishing rod. What a man he is. And he's so kind. He's a black man, and he's so kind to me. And this morning he even came and apologized for another guy's actions, which was definitely not his place to come say sorry. But it just shows his personality. It shows you what kind of a good person. And that shows other people that people can be nice to other people, you know? It is what it is. You choose to be an asshole, or you choose not to be an asshole. And I rest my case. It is what it is. And if you have a problem with me saying so many it is what it is in this episode, then it is what it is. The final saying, guys. Let's say a shout out, special shout out yet again to Igu. My your words are very powerful, and I'm not sure if you completely remember this that night in Cape Town when we went to those bars and partied it up like we used to, which I kind of miss. I miss you guys so much. That whole group was it is what it is group, you know, and they kind of lit that saying into my heart the time I was there just before my ma died. That was when I was working around in Cape Town, which I told you in my previous episodes, which you guys can pop in and to go listen. But yeah, it was Mornay and them, and and fucking US and Andre. You guys were just and Smokey. You guys were just really amazing impact, and I can't. This year is all about gratefulness, guys, and I'm grateful for those guys. And Igu, dankie meu. And another little special shout out there to another Oudtshoorn friend, Chris Marie, for making this episode the one, you know. You were the one, the only one that chose, and it is what it is, my girl. Dankie for you. Guys, I thank you. I thank you for your time. If I missed something, stay in tune. There will probably be some credits. And thank you for listening to me. So yeah, guys, a little bit teaser for next episode. All about the good times, you know. We'll be going backtracking to the farthest memory of everything good in my life. You guys heard all the little bits, not all of it, but hopefully enough to make sense out of it all. I'm not sure if I'm ever gonna really go into another episode about that. I might by accidentally, but I don't know. But all about the good times will definitely be about the best times I've ever had with all my friends and families and self journeys and all the good that has happened in my life, you know. Things that I can really say, shit, this memory was a good memory, you know. We will be bashing into that. No more unhappy, sad, crying feelings, which is okay. I was very raw, and now I can be raw about my excitement of life and happiness and the gratefulness, guys. So I'm very grateful for everybody. I hope you guys know that. And I would love you guys to give us a comment down below, a like and a share there, and it's definitely subscribe to Foreigners and be part of the Foreigners hood. But if not, it is what it is. Okay, dankie, bye. Stay tuned for credits. or fast forward 1 minute in. Yeah. Let me tell you, I hope everybody has a spectacular year. I want you guys to know that 2025 is gonna be a fucking amazing year for everybody. Okay. And if not, just keep on doing what you're doing. If you made it this year, you can make it next year. Your time will come. Just don't give up. Until next time, from departure to discovery and whatever is next. Okay, dankie, bye. What's that?
I just thought you'd like it.
Yeah, I do. My wife brought me a stick.
It's a good looking stick.
It is a good looking stick. You know why I say so, guys? 4 things I can make out of just this stick, right? It's a slingshot, right? As you guys can see, we South Africans, we always walk with a slingshot like Trompie and die boks en bende. It uses for a trigger as a trap. It's a lot of carving, but it will do. I can poke this end into the soil and use my fishing rod, right? And the fourth one, if someone walks into my yard, I can beat him with this. So, dankie my vrou.
You're welcome,
My
love.
stick.
I'm glad you like it.
Yeah. Say hello to the people. Come say hello.
What's that?
You guys, this is my wife, Heather Marie van Sail, my American lady.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. How was your day?
It was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
How's that chicken and dumplings going?
I am halfway done. Yeah.
Halfway done. You hear that? Now, guys, chicken and dumplings is the dish that she snatched me with. I think that was the first thing I ate the night when I rocked up at her place. There was chicken and dumplings in a pot. Yes?
No, it was after we were married. I made it
but
for our wedding night.
oh, what did we? Oh, you see. What will I do without you, my friend?
I don't know.
Yeah, young,
We won't have great sticks.
I won't have great sticks. Yeah. So we have a song, and shout out to our South African music again. Here we go. 'n man kan nie sonder vrou. Ooh, 'n bietjie faster. Oh, Unita Duplessis. She sings that song. It says a man cannot go without a wife, without holding, loving, dancing. You know. It's like we men will die without you, woman.
I like that. I love you.
I love you, Fro. I hope you have a lovely day.
I will have the rest of my day.
Yes. I will be shortly joining you guys as
Yeah.
I know I'm on the end of the podcast. I'm just doing my final goodbyes. And then we will be joining you shortly.
Okie donkey bye.
Huh?
Okie donkey bye.
Okay, dankie, bye. Dis hy vrou.
Love you.
Right.